Zero. That is where we are starting today. Absolute zero. No experience, no confidence, no idea where to begin. And by the end of this episode, you will have a clear, practical, honest plan for how to go from zero to actually speaking English. Not someday. Starting today.
This episode is for anyone who feels like they are at the beginning. Whether you have never studied English before, or you studied it for years in school and still feel like you are at zero when it comes to speaking. Both of those situations are more common than you think, and both of them have the same solution.
Welcome to English Today 77.
Let us get straight into it. No wasting time. Because if you are at zero right now, every minute matters.
First, let us talk about something important. Starting from zero does not mean starting from nothing. Even if you have never spoken English before, you probably already know some English words. You just do not know how to use them yet. And that is a very different problem. A solvable problem.
Think about it. You probably know words like hello, thank you, yes, no, sorry, okay, please. You know numbers. You know some colors. You know some food words. You have been surrounded by English your whole life. Through movies, music, labels on products. You have absorbed more English than you realize. The goal now is to activate it. Activate means to make something work, to bring it to life.
So step one is this. Accept where you are without judgment. Zero is not bad. Zero is just a starting point. Every person who speaks English fluently today was at zero once. Every single one of them. And the only difference between them and you is time and practice. Nothing else.
Now let me tell you about someone. Her name is Min. She is from China. She moved to Australia at the age of 28. She could not say a single sentence in English when she arrived. She could read a little. She recognized some words. But speaking? Nothing. She told me later that the first week felt like being deaf and mute in a foreign world. Deaf means you cannot hear. Mute means you cannot speak. She could hear everything, but could understand almost nothing. And she could not get any words out.
Does that sound familiar? Have you ever felt like that? Like English is happening all around you, but you are behind glass, separated from it? If so, write it in the comments. Tell us where you are right now. We want to know.
So what did Min do? She did not enroll in an expensive language school. She did not buy a thick grammar book. She started with the smallest possible thing. She learned 5 sentences. Just 5. And she practiced them until they felt automatic. Automatic means they came out without thinking.
Those 5 sentences were, "Hello, my name is Min. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Sorry, could you say that again? I am still learning English." 5 sentences. She used them every single day for the first 2 weeks. And those 5 sentences opened doors. People responded. People smiled. People helped her. And that helped her believe that more was possible.
This is the first real lesson for going from zero to speaking English. Start with a very small set of phrases and make them automatic before you add more. Do not try to learn everything at once. That is overwhelming. Overwhelming means too much to handle at one time. Pick 5 to 10 phrases that are relevant to your daily life. Learn them completely. Then expand.
What phrases should you start with? Let us think about what you need most in your daily life. You need to greet people. You need to introduce yourself. You need to ask for help. You need to apologize or show politeness. You need to say you do not understand. These 5 functions cover most basic daily interactions.
For greeting, hello, how are you? Or just hi, good morning. For introducing yourself, my name is, and then your name. I am from, and then your country. For asking for help, excuse me, could you help me please? For politeness, thank you so much. Or, I am sorry to bother you. For saying you do not understand, I am sorry, I do not understand. Or, could you please speak more slowly?
These are your survival phrases. Survival means what you need to get through each day. Learn them. Say them out loud right now. Hello, my name is. I am from. Excuse me, could you help me? Thank you so much. I am sorry, I do not understand. Say them again and again.
Are you understanding everything so far? Good. If anything is unclear, write it in the comments. We answer every question. Now, let us talk about pronunciation. Pronunciation means how you say words, how they sound. Many people at Zero are very worried about their accent. They think, if my pronunciation is not perfect, people will not understand me, or they will laugh at me. I want to address this directly. Your accent is not the problem. The problem would be if people cannot understand what you are saying. An accent is just the influence of your native language on your English sounds. Every English speaker in the world has some kind of accent. British people have accents. Americans have accents. Australians have accents. Indian English speakers have accents. Singaporean English speakers have accents. No accent is better or worse.
Here is a practical exercise. Find a short audio clip in English. Something simple. A podcast introduction, a YouTube video, a children's story. Listen to it carefully. Then try to say exactly what you heard. Same words, same rhythm, same rise and fall of the voice. This is called shadowing. Shadowing means following a speaker's voice very closely. You become their shadow. You copy their sound.
Shadowing is one of the most effective tools for improving pronunciation from zero, because you are not thinking about rules, you are just copying sounds, and your mouth slowly learns to make those English shapes naturally.
Now, let us talk about listening. Because you cannot speak a language you have not heard enough. Listening and speaking are deeply connected. The more English you hear, the more natural English will feel in your mouth.
When you are at zero, listening can feel very frustrating. You hear English and you understand almost nothing. That is normal. Do not let it discourage you. Discourage means make you feel like giving up. Instead, think of listening as watering a seed. You cannot see the plant growing, but every day you water it, something is happening underground, and one day it breaks through the surface. How should you listen when you are at zero? Start with very simple English. Podcasts made for English learners, YouTube channels that speak slowly and clearly, children's audiobooks in English. Do not start with movies or news or fast English conversations. That is too advanced for zero. Start simple, build up. Listen for 10 to 15 minutes every day, not 2 hours once a week. Every day. Short and consistent is much more powerful than long and occasional. Consistent means doing something regularly over time. Occasional means only sometimes, not regularly.
Let me tell you what happened with Min after those first 2 weeks. She added a new habit. Every morning while she made breakfast, she played a simple English podcast. She did not study it. She did not take notes. She just let it play, and she listened while she cooked. After 1 month, she started noticing that some sentences were becoming familiar. After 3 months, she could follow the general meaning of what the podcast was saying. She had not taken one class. She had just listened every single morning.
That is the power of daily exposure. Exposure means being in contact with something regularly. English needs to be part of your daily environment. Your environment is what surrounds you each day. Change your phone language to English. Put on English audio when you clean or exercise. Let English be in the background of your life. It works even when you are not consciously studying. Consciously means actively, with full attention.
Now, let us talk about speaking practice when you have nobody to practice with. This is one of the most common challenges for people at zero. They want to speak English, but they have no partner. No native speaker, no teacher. What do?
You practice alone. I know that might sound strange, but it works. And here is why. Speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth, your tongue, your throat need to learn to make English sounds. They can do that practice whether someone is listening or not. You are training your body, not just your mind.
How do you practice speaking alone? Talk to yourself. Narrate your day in English. Narrate means to describe what is happening, like telling a story. As you make tea, say out loud, I am making tea. The water is hot. I am putting the tea bag in the cup. This sounds silly, but it forces your brain to produce English. And production means output. Output is the opposite of input. Input is what goes in. Output is what comes out. You need both to improve.
Another way to practice alone is to describe pictures. Open any photo on your phone and describe what you see in English. There is a woman. She is wearing a red dress. She is standing near a tree. The sky is blue. Simple sentences, but you are producing English. You are getting your mouth moving.
You can also repeat after audio. Play a short sentence from a podcast, pause it, repeat it out loud, exactly as you heard it, as many times as you need until it sounds natural. This is a form of shadowing, and it builds both pronunciation and confidence. Confidence means believing in yourself and your ability.
Now let me address something very important. The fear of making mistakes. This fear is the number one thing that keeps people at zero. They are afraid to speak because they might say something wrong. They might be misunderstood. Someone might laugh. And so they say nothing.
But here is the truth. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They are signs of trying. And trying is the only path to improvement. There is no other way. You cannot think your way to speaking English. You have to speak your way to speaking English. Even if the speaking is imperfect. Even if it is very imperfect. Especially if it is very imperfect. Because that is where you are starting from.
Min told me that her biggest breakthrough came when she stopped trying to say things perfectly and started just trying to say things. One day, she was in a grocery store and she needed to find the rice section. She went up to a staff member and said, "Excuse me, rice, where?" Grammatically wrong, very simple, but the staff member understood immediately and showed her exactly where to go. And Min walked away feeling something new. She felt capable. Capable means able to do something successfully.
That one imperfect sentence gave her more confidence than months of studying grammar. Because it worked. It communicated. And communication is the goal, not perfection. So, permission to be imperfect. Permission means it is okay. You are allowed to be imperfect. You are allowed to say wrong things. You are allowed to use simple, broken sentences, as long as you are trying to communicate. That effort is what builds your English, not the perfection.
Are you following everything? We are getting close to the end. Let us talk about one more important thing. Setting a realistic expectation. Expectation means what you think is going to happen.
Many people start learning to speak English, and they expect results too fast. They expect to be fluent in 3 months, and when they are not fluent in 3 months, they feel like failures. But fluency in a language takes time. Real fluency, the kind where you can speak naturally and comfortably in any situation, that takes years, not months.
But here is the good news. You do not need to be fluent to communicate effectively. Even basic English, spoken confidently, gets you very far. And the journey from zero to basic functional English, where you can get through daily life, is much shorter than the journey to fluency. Most people reach basic functional English in 6 to 12 months of consistent practice. That is not very long. That is very achievable. Achievable means possible to accomplish.
So, do not measure yourself against fluency. Measure yourself against yesterday. Did you listen to English today? Did you say one English sentence today? Did you learn one new phrase today? Those are the measurements that matter at zero.
Let us do our summary now. We covered a lot, and we want to leave you with a clear picture.
First, accept where you are. Zero is a starting point, not a failure. Everyone started somewhere.
Second, start with 5 to 10 survival phrases. Learn them until they are automatic. Use them every day. Third, focus on clarity, not a perfect accent. Your goal is to be understood, not to sound like a native speaker.
Fourth, shadow English audio. Copy sounds and rhythms from native speakers to train your mouth and ear.
Fifth, listen every single day, even just 10 to 15 minutes. Short and consistent beats long and occasional.
Sixth, practice speaking alone. Narrate your day. Describe pictures. Repeat after audio. Your mouth needs practice, even when no one is listening.
Seventh, give yourself permission to be imperfect. Mistakes are how you learn. Trying imperfectly is always better than not trying at all.
Eighth, set realistic expectations. You will not be fluent in 3 months, but you can reach basic functional English in 6 to 12 months of consistent daily practice.
These 8 steps are your map from zero. Not a complicated map, a simple one, but only if you follow it consistently. Consistently means every day, or almost every day, over a long period of time.
Now, we want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments where you are right now in your English journey. Are you at absolute zero? Are you somewhere in the middle? Tell us. And tell us what your biggest challenge is. We read every comment, and we respond to every question.
If this episode helped you today, please hit the like button. It helps more people find this podcast. And if you are not subscribed to English Today 77 yet, please subscribe now and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new episode.
Share this episode with someone who is at zero right now. Someone who thinks it is too late to start or too hard to begin. This episode might be exactly what they need to take that first step.
Zero is not the end of the story. It is the beginning. And the beginning is a very exciting place to be.
We will see you in the next episode. Keep going. Keep speaking. Even when it is hard. Especially when it is hard. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, and happy learning.